Hey everybody, it is Sunday, November 25. Happy Thanksgiving. How's everybody doing?
I am trying to get all set up.
Yeah,
I'm
I know.
all
This will give
discombobulated.
this will give everybody a minute to get in also.
Okay.
There we go. I just found it.
I saw how.
And an ad pops up. Of course it does. All right, we'll give the notification a minute to go out.
I just got it. 116, right?
Right. Teaser for vlog 116, which is tomorrow. But yes, same thing. What? What was that?
Hold on.
Oh, okay.
I'm having technical difficulty.
All right. Oh, remember to hit mute. If you brought it up, you have to mute it. You have to click mute on YouTube. Otherwise, you'll hear the echo. Did you not mute it?
Yeah, I didn't mute it, and I had it on a very loud volume. So
gotcha. And my voice is loud to begin with, so probably not a good thing. Hello, everybody. Hi, Davio. Hi, Copper Dan. And
Hello.
yes, is it halftime yet? I figure everybody's watching. Hi, Brad. Hi, Parzival the Wise. Cool. Nice name. So we thought we'd go live and just do a little teaser for tomorrow night's show for the normally scheduled K-Pro Cow Powwow Monday night. And as you guys know, it's going to be all about the maps.
Whoop, whoop.
How's everybody Thanksgiving weekend? I had 4 days off. How about everybody else?
Yeah, at least 4 days off. It was fantastic. Family time, friend time, fun time.
Right?
All those different kinds of times.
It's always nice to have time off from work. And tomorrow morning, back to work, back to the grind. But yeah,
tomorrow.
I'm getting some sleep tonight. I'll tell you that. I'm pretty beat. I just dropped my boys off back to their mother's house, so I'm pretty tired. No football. I thought the game was on.
I was going to say, I think Copper Dan is probably fixated. 14-14.
I think Davio's saying he's not watching football. The Lions got killed. They didn't get killed, did they? Yeah, the Lions lost. University of Michigan lost. Not a great sports weekend for me, anyway. But I didn't bet on any of that, so I wasn't too worried about it.
So you're not a fan unless you actually bet.
Well, terrible. I'm a fan, but if you have money on it, it changes things a little bit.
Okay, your story. I'll let you tell it.
Right. All right, so maps. You want to
maps,
give them some details there, Christy? We're going to wait till tomorrow to officially announce everything, but we thought we'd tell you guys a couple things tonight.
Well, and I'll probably let me clarify a couple of things from last week's show.
Mm-hmm.
Some people, the video went down for a little bit, and then there's no chat, and some people were just inquiring about why and all that. So I just wanted to clarify. I'll clarify tomorrow. When I showed the picture of myself of how I was when I first started the chase to now, I put some pictures up, and some of the pictures were of my kids because my kids were with me along with my journey. And so I asked Mike to edit those out. So he was very nice, and he put the video on edit. He figured out how to edit it out, but when it edits out, it takes the chat room away. So I will tell you, I apologize. That was all my fault. It was kind of a spur of the moment thing. And I just didn't want pictures up of, I can put pictures up of me, but my kiddos, I didn't. So it was a casualty of the process. So anyway, I wanted to explain that since lots of people had sent me emails and they were inquiring. And it is interesting how much the conversation is different when you just see the videos than when you see the videos with the chat room and who's asking questions and stuff. So sorry about that.
Yeah, I've never tried to edit a YouTube live video before, and you have to do it online on YouTube's video editor, and it's really slow, and it really is not very user-friendly, and it took like 36 hours to process.
Yeah.
And so apparently when you do that, the chat's gone, which I didn't realize. And instead of just trying to like edit one little thing, I had to do I just had to edit it to get it done, to get it back up. So hopefully we won't have to edit any more live YouTubes anymore. Because what I'm used to doing is recording everything, editing it, adding an intro or an outro, and then upload it. But when it's live and it's already uploaded to YouTube and you try and edit it that way, it's a big pain in the butt is what it is.
Yeah, so I'm sorry about that. And
that's okay.
Thank you very much for being so good to me. And I am on my wrong channel. So I need
the Raven's Nest.
I'm on the Raven's Nest. So
right.
I need to figure out how to move over to switch accounts because I was going to say hi to. Oh, and I can't on this. I am just out of sorts today.
You can't say hi with what? You can. You mean it'll just come up?
I can, but it'll come as the Raven's. I guess everybody would figure out who I am. So I guess. I don't know what I'll figure out. I'm trying something new. I'm trying to rival Mike. And I'm starting my own command center, and now it's got all messed up. I have a dual monitor system, and it's just all, I'm not quite ready, I don't think. So let's get into maps then, because it's time.
I see you got a new friend back there.
Oh yes, it's Christmas
time of the season, huh?
Yeah, there it is. My kids spent all day decorating, and they were a little upset because usually we do it the day after Thanksgiving, but we were traveling and having some fun. So anyway, yeah, that was our Thanksgiving, and got in late last night, and I've had a busy day of doing. Now I had to pick up dogs and pick up all those things.
Yeah, it's holidays and traveling.
Swing of things. Actually, I will give total props to the Denver airport. They were ready for it. The security systems and just the huge masses of people, they did really well in getting us all. So I'm going to be looking off a little bit. I'm sorry, but I have to, because I can't figure all this out right now today. I'm still not in the swing of things. There we go.
Yeah, we're all getting back to things. So just to remind everybody, the Super Chat's enabled, because I can do that on my channel. So if you have a question you just have to have answered, Super Chat's one way you could do that. If you want to. You don't have to.
I was going to say, are we going to answer anything that comes up on Super
Maybe. Maybe. I may have to. We may have to not wait till tomorrow. But yeah, tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific, which is 7 p.m. Mountain, which is 9 p.m. Eastern, is when we're going to go live. Me and Christy on my channel, on the Cowlazars channel, and we will give you all the details of how you can buy one of Forrest Fenn's maps from his collection, one or more from his collection. I finally inventoried them all. Took me all weekend. So yeah, we have a lot, and there's a lot of locations. So I hope it's one that maybe people, it's your location, whoever's watching this, and you would want it. I know one thing that people have said is, well, I don't want to give you my location, so how am I supposed to order a map? Right?
We have a way around that.
Yeah, you can order more than one map. If you order multiples, guess what? We don't know which one's your location. Now, of course, that costs more than ordering one map, but if you really want it and you really don't want to say what the city or where your location is, order more than one.
And sometimes there's discounts when you buy more than one, which may just happen. We're going to see tomorrow night if that happens. Okay, I wanted to do a couple more intros before I jump into maps. Contest ideas. We needed one. Mike and I just spoke about this. World Series of Fenn. We're thinking of making up T-shirts for it. And you guys are a lot more creative than either of us could be. So that is going to be our next contest. So we'll give a couple weeks for this one, but we'd like to see a World Series of Fenn shirt design. Whether it's up front and then on the back, or however you want to do it, it's totally up to you. And you can send them to me or Mike, and we'll go through a process and so we're hoping to make T-shirts if we have enough interest.
But we don't know for sure. So submit your designs, and we may pick one and have a T-shirt made. But we'll see what the response is to the T-shirt, and we'll see what the response is to people coming out here for the poker tournament, and then we'll make a decision then.
Yes, and Lori James, it's 6 West, Mountain 7, Central 8, and East Coast 9. I think it's all represented. Everybody's represented. So,
nice try, Craig. 5 maps for $1. Yeah, nice try.
Well, if you add a couple, it's okay. Yeah. Let's see. We're narrowing down the poker tournament. Hopefully this week we have the exact date, but we should know that probably next week or so. We're leaning a little bit towards more of the January 26th than the February 9th, but again, we're waiting on the casino and some things to materialize. So that's all the items that I had before we jump into a few pieces of the map, few teasers for the map map show tomorrow. Do you have anything else, Mike?
9 Eastern. I said 9 Central, Lori. 9 Eastern. 9 p.m. Eastern is when we'll go live tomorrow. No, for the maps, just tune in. But just so you guys know how it works, there will be a listing that shows you all the locations that we have. So it's not like you have to guess. Just say, hey, do you have this location? You'll know the locations that we're going to sell, and then you can decide which ones you want. So. Yeah.
So I was going to go over, so Mike was wonderful and sent me this huge long list of all the different inventory items. And like I told you, I have a statistics background, which this is not statistics. Yeah. This is just going to be mean, median, mode, those sorts of things. But I just crunched some numbers and I pulled some data out, and I thought this would be cool. This will be the first 5 minutes of the show tomorrow. So if you want to take your time and get into chat tomorrow, or if you're not available, I wanted to throw out some of the statistics of the maps that we have. So The total maps, if you add up every single one that we have, there are 917 maps. 917 maps.
Individual maps from Forrest Fenn's collection.
Maps.
Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, that's what I'm telling you. And
that's a lot.
It's more than, and so I think the original auction that was described, I think Shiloh wanted to over deliver, and he absolutely did. So that's amazing. This is interesting. There are 277 different locations. So that means
277 individual different maps.
Different maps.
Okay.
So that means there's a lot that have multiple locations. I know one thing a lot of people have been asking me is, if there's only one, how are you deciding if it's only one? The numbers range from only one, and there are 80 of those that we have only one map. And then all the others range from 2 to 17. So there's lots of ones that have multiple
copies.
Duplicates. Or duplicates. That's what I was going to say, duplicates. Multiple duplicates. So let's see. I did the Colorado, Utah, New Mexico breakdown. There are 10 individual locations with 36 maps total. There are, for Utah, 6 locations, 24 maps. And New Mexico, 261 locations and 857 maps. I see Alan's question. The important stuff. I need to get in touch. I don't see him in chat. I need to get in touch with Decoy and Leroy's owner and see if he wants to design him, or creator, whatever the particular word is, to see if he wants us to continue to take off with Shikoi, or if he would like to develop Shikoi. I want to be respectful to him, because this is really his design. He's been very kind in letting us kind of take over for him. So let me get back to these maps. The years range from 1953 to 2002.
So there's some old ones in there.
There are some old ones in there. There are also some locations that have 2 versions of a map. So some might be 1953 version and 1997 version, or 2002 version, or whichever.
You said 2002 is the most recent?
That's the most recent.
Well, even that's old to me, but I guess maybe for topo maps it's not. I don't know much about topo maps. So before we get off, I'm going to show you one of these maps, and there's a couple of things on there which I don't understand, but maybe you guys will understand it as far as how topo maps work.
Yeah. Let's see. Some have, so it's a, oh goodness, no, Craig, I didn't give away anything. Let's see. Everybody wants to know who the owner is. I don't even know who the owner is. I just emailed Leroy, and I just assume that. I don't know. Let's see. There are some that have Forrest Fenn markings on them. And I didn't. Well, Mike, did you take the time to look at those?
It's too much to go through and try and look at it. All I did was look at the corner to get the inventory to put in a spreadsheet. So, you know, when you order a map and get it, you might have something written on there, or you might not. I'm not going to go through and try and separate that and say which is which. So it's kind of the luck of the draw, basically.
Yeah, and I've said this before, but I wanted to say again, Shiloh. So I asked Forrest, is this your only map collection? After we got this set of maps, I really wanted to get the Wyoming, Montana, didn't know if they were going to be separated, etc. And he would not answer, but Shiloh did, because I just asked, when is your next auction? And he said, this is the only full set of maps that he has. So this will be the only, I think, full auction kind of set. And again, he sold it all in one bunch, and now we're dividing it up for all the search community. To have an opportunity.
Maps. Yep.
Yes. So let's look at a map, Mike, and then we wanted to ask about that provisional piece, right?
Yeah.
Our fellow chasers know.
So I just randomly grabbed a map, and this is Bodie Canyon East, Utah. So you can see this is how it looks. It's about 22 inches wide by 36 inches long. All the maps are. But on the bottom here, it says Provisional Edition. Let me see if you guys can see that. Provisional Edition, 1987. And I don't know what Provisional Edition means. And you can see everything that's along the bottom here. You know, the scale is 1/24. It shows you that little rectangle there is the, I don't know if that'll focus, but that's the topo maps that are in the vicinity of this location. It shows you all the maps that are around it. And then, yeah, provisional map. I don't know how a provisional map is different from a regular map. I don't know. Maybe you guys know. The other thing is some of the maps have a date, and then they say photo revised with a later date. And I don't know what that means either. It's the original map, but they've added changes or something? I don't know. But whenever you guys order a map, you email me and say, hey, once you have the list of locations, when you email me and say, this is the location I want, I can actually tell you what's on the bottom, so you'll know if it's a provisional or an original or whatever that means, if that means something to somebody. But, yeah, this is what you're buying, folks. This is a copy of one of the maps.
That's part of what you're buying, folks.
Oh, yeah. What else are they going to buy, Christy?
Are we going to go over that
Is it
tonight?
just the map, or what are we doing?
No, of course not. So let's see. Is there? You have a copy of a certificate of authenticity, don't you?
I do. You think I should show one?
Somewhere
I have one. Let me see. Okay, so everybody who orders a map will also get a copy of this. And this is a certificate of authenticity that Forrest and Shiloh signed and dated, that declares that the map you are getting is one that was in his personal collection. So everybody who orders one or as many, you get one certificate for every order. So if you order one map, you get a certificate. If you order 10 maps, you get one certificate. You'll get a copy of this original. Okay?
Right. And somebody asked if we're making copies of the maps. We are not. These are all original maps. Yeah. But the certificate of authenticity is a copy.
Right.
It's a color copy, but it's a copy of the certificate. And then there's two other items that will come. Well, let's go in maybe a little bit of how to order, and then maybe we'll leave it with maybe part of the surprise, because I'm excited about this.
So just so everybody knows, I set up a separate Gmail address just for these maps, and we're going to give the email address out on tomorrow night's show. But it won't be Cowlazars at Gmail. It won't be KPro3 at AOL. It will be this Gmail address that I set up just for buying the maps. And that's how you guys will email and say, once you guys have the list of all the locations, you'll email the new Gmail address and you'll say, hey, I want that location. I'll let you know if it's available. And then I will hold it for you for 24 hours. You have 24 hours to make payment to the PayPal account. If I don't have the payment from you for 24 hours, then I'm no longer going to hold it. And the next person who inquires about that location will have 24 hours to make payment. You know, if we only have one copy of a map, it's going to go by who sends the email first. You know, I don't want to get into, you know, how we would fairly give this map to whoever wants it. It's basically first come, first serve type thing. So.
And that's why we don't want to early we really wanted to go on live tonight and just get this started.
Yeah, and give you all the information, but.
And we told a lot of people, especially with the game on, like Copper Dan said, I don't want to roll it out, or we don't want to roll it out and then have some people say, wait, you said Monday and now my map's not available. So that's why we're doing it tomorrow. Could you?
So Lori James, she said they have no idea how they will be listed. We're going to list the locations in alphabetical order. It's just that simple. If you want to know what exactly that means, you could go on the Topographical US website and try and look it up or something. But
yeah, and I have a link that I'll add to the Thor that if you click on it, it will take you to the alphabetical listing of every single topo map. I have the New Mexico one. I could easily find the Colorado one if you're interested in those. So, and then you can click on it, you can actually see the image. Now, the image that's on the topo site is the latest image. So it might not be exactly, but at least it would show you the general location of what we're talking about. So if you share maps again, if it's not too much trouble, could you minimize the camera? They aren't showing a map or the close-up so we can see it a little bit better. Mike, can you do that one more time just to show everybody what they're looking for and looking at?
But I think what she's saying is because of the split screen, it's too small on the video.
Oh.
What we'll do is, how about on Hint of Riches on the forum, when you post the inventory, when you post the list of locations, we can put a picture of one of the maps, and especially the bottom piece, so they can. I'll email you the picture, and you'll see and they can just see an example of what it says at the bottom on what this map is.
You can always kick me out if you need to kick me out. Kick me out.
Right,
put me on. Put the map on this side. Right? He said right.
Right.
Okay, he agrees. Yeah. So.
And I'll put a picture of a map up in the Grand Adventure group on Facebook too, so people can look at it there, and I'll have a list of the locations there. And did we say, as people order these maps, are we going to update it once a week? maybe?
Yeah. So
what do you think?
So there's a little bit of a learning curve that Mike has already had with the coin situation of doing everything 24 hours where we work and have a lot of stuff going on. So the commitment is that will be updated each week. So you email. Now Mike's going to contact you and you have 24 hours to respond. And then at the end of each week, we are going to update the spreadsheet, and he's going to ship once a week as well. And so if this is something you want by Christmas, keep that in mind. If you order it the Monday before Christmas and say, go now, we have a whole process for that if people really want something expedited. But right now, just realize if you're going to send it out every Monday, kind of do.
Yeah, I think at least once a week. Every Monday, I will go to the post office. So I'll take orders all week because remember, I've got to roll these things up and get them in tubes and get it all packaged, print out the label off of PayPal, and then on Mondays, I will go to the post office and put them in the mail.
Well, and somebody did ask me, can you make sure not to bend mine and put it in like a FedEx label? We're not doing it that way. We've ordered the large shipping tubes.
Yeah. They'll be in tubes and rolled. Nothing will be folded. There'll be no creases in the certificate, in the map, or anything else that we might add to it.
You almost slipped there. But that's important because I will tell you that we are going to give one set price. And Mike went and got all the shipping information and all of that. So we're going to have one set price no matter where you are in the 48 states. And then it's just one price. So then we figured out the shipping costs, and it's a little bit variable, but it is pretty expensive. It's more expensive than I guess I thought. It's like between $7 and $12 depending on where you're at, whether to get it there. But just know it's going to come in good condition then, because it's a really sturdy tube. And
it's like this tube right back here. It's just like one of those. So this white one, if you guys can see that. But understand the price that we gave for one map, shipping and handling is included. So I'm buying the poster tubes, which actually I'll grab it so you can see it. And then whatever the postage charge is within the continental U.S., we're gonna take care of that. So that's why it's one set price. All you have to do is pay the one price. If you're overseas and you want to order one, then I will let you know what the extra shipping is, and we'll work that out.
Yeah.
But
and we're insuring it and tracking.
Right.
And there's a PayPal fee that all of it.
Yeah, we got all that we'll deal with on our end. You guys will just have one price for the map, and there'll be a second price for two maps, I think, and that'll be it. And you guys can order as many as you want. So.
Yes. So okay. So what are you going to get? Let's end with that. Well, let's wait for a second and ask if there's any questions, and then we'll end.
And let me get the tube so they can see what it looks like.
Okay. And since he's not listening, special thanks to Mike for spending so much time researching all this stuff. He has been wonderful over his Thanksgiving break.
This is the tube. So this is what you will get in the mail. So the map will be rolled up and inserted in here, so there'll be no problems with, problems in the post office.
Excellent.
I don't know if you could hear that or not, but
we heard it, and I was talking about you. Shh, don't tell him what I said. You can watch it back later, Mike. Okay, so and is there any questions from the room before we leave it with what are you going to get? What is this? What are these Caesars that you're talking about? So any questions at all? You guys are all watching the game, aren't you? Oh, no. Is it halftime by now? I don't know, Copper Dan.
Right. I didn't know. You can tell I'm pretty tired. I'm going to be getting some sleep tonight. I'm just wiped out from the weekend and going through these maps. So we'll be ready. We'll be fresh. We'll be ready to go at 6 p.m. Pacific tomorrow.
Nice.
Yeah, okay. Tomorrow night.
So if you decide to order a map, you're going to get a map, obviously in the tube to make sure the shipping's covered, the insurance covered, tracking, any of the fees, all the stuff we're taking care of.
And I'll send you your tracking number. Yep.
And then all of them are coming with 2 extra things, and then there's another piece I'll talk to. So you're going to get the certificate of authenticity signed by Bo, Shiloh, and Forrest. And then you're going to get a copy of a special limited edition Forrest Fenn story. So he did agree, and the person's in the room that gave me the lead to this. So I want to say thank you. So it'll be limited edition. It's going to go with every order though. So we're excited that that's going to be included. But then there is another piece to it that we're super excited about. Are we okay to share this, Mike?
Yeah, I would say show it. Yeah.
Okay. So we have decided that, so there's one, if you order one, that is what you get. You get the certificate, the story, the Forrest Fenn map, and then all the shipping and handling.
Right.
But if you order, how much is the shipping cost to a little girl in India?
She would have to email me to find out.
we would have to help
Right.
the little girl from India. So if you order two
or more maps, yep. Actually, we should clarify that and say for every 2 you order.
For every 2 that you order, we have an item that will go for only the first 200 orders. And I'm making that super clear.
Right.
Or I should have said a certain number. We have a limited edition coin.
Yep.
It is non-sequential. It is a 2019, but you can see there is no number at the bottom. So it is a non-sequential search coin.
For 2019 in silver.
For 2019, you can see it's basically the replica. These are similar to the ones that are being hidden all throughout the country right now. And I have some tubers helping me. So I want to say thank you to those tubers. So this item, so for every 2 that you order, you get one of these. If you order before they run out, I believe they'll run out, but we'll see. But it's the same thing here, but no number here at the bottom.
Remember everybody, there were 50 made that have sequence numbers 1 through 50. Those are going to be hidden, and those are going to be absolutely free for you to find. There are going to be 200 of these that do not have a sequence number, and the only way you can get these is if you order 2 maps or more. For every 2 maps you order, you'll get a coin.
And you're actually going to get a discount. So some people say, are you going to pay more for this? You're not. You're actually getting this. This is like free with the second purchase. You're actually going to get a discount if you order 2, a little bit of a discount, not a huge discount, but we'll go over all the pricing and all that tomorrow. But it's a cool search coin if you've been looking for one. So and it's the 2019 one.
Yeah, that's the 2019 Forrest Fenn Searcher coin. And understand that the coin is free with the purchase of 2 maps. It's not like we're charging more if there's a coin involved. The coin's free. We're just including it for those who order 2 maps. For every 2 maps you order. If you order 10 maps, you get 5 silver coins. Every 2, you get 1 coin. If you order 1 map, you do not get the coin. You've got to order 2. Okay? I just want to make sure that's clear, and we'll go over it tomorrow.
Well, and some people that have known about this, they're excited about it because they were going to order 2 to make sure that we didn't know their search location, and they're like, "Wow, I get something free now."
Right.
But this is limited. After these are gone, it's not like the certificate of authenticity that'll come with all of them.
Because we're making copies, right?
Yeah. So this will be a free to the first 2.
It does, Lisa. The coin will fit in the mail tube. The mail tubes that I've ordered are 3 inches across. They're bigger than this, and the coin will be inside the mail tube. So the tube will have the map, the certificate, the Forrest Fenn story, and the coin if you order 2 maps or more. And however many maps you order, they're all going to fit in this tube. So you will get 1 tube in the mail regardless of what you order.
Yeah, Mike did a dry run with 1 person, and it worked out right.
Wanted to make sure we had it down, right?
Yeah. 1 or 2 mailers.
Just one. Everything you order should fit in 1 tube. Now, if you do most separate orders, well, then you'll get separate tubes, of course. If I mail one and then you're like, I want to order more maps, well, then you'll get a second tube, right? But the price is the same. We have a set price. If you order 2, the coin's included. So we thought that would make people happy, for people especially that didn't get the 2010 to 2018 coin, the copper one. This is a way for people to get a silver coin that didn't have a chance. Now, I know the question is going to be, Cowlazars and K-Pro, I just want to buy the coin. I don't care about maps. You cannot buy the coin. You are going to get 2 maps, along with the certificate and along with the Forrest Fenn story. Remember, these are coins that we're including when you buy 2 maps. If you don't care what maps, then I'll pick 2 maps, but you are going to get the maps, the story, the certificate, if you want the coin. Okay? So I'm going to make that clear for everybody. You can't just buy the coin. You're buying maps, and we are including the coin for everyone.
Well, I hope this is seen as, because the big thing, I know, William is, God, he's a barrel of fun. The big thing is we wanted to make sure that these get out, and they're free. So they're free with purchase kind of thing. So we're excited about that, because the one unintended consequence.
Yeah, go ahead. Okay, Cow.
See, mine is delayed by about 5 seconds, so I don't get
Oh,
it.
gotcha.
And so I see you laugh, and then I have to look and wait a couple of seconds. So some people were saying that they're pretty disappointed that we're not in the, is my state going to be one in the 50 states, or I'm out of the country, et cetera, for the 50 that went out. And so we were trying to come up with a creative way to have something free that could still benefit everybody. And so this is and there is going to be, so just so everybody knows, Mike's Grand Adventures are armchairs. So he already has some of the numbered coins.
Right.
And those on the East Coast, we have most states covered on the East Coast. UK, we have you covered. We have California. There's a bunch covered. So just know that there is a lot of states covered. We've not been talking about it right now because we've been in the middle of craziness with maps and coins.
So Mark, it's silver plated. They are not real silver. Somebody asked if they're real silver. And hey, that's something I'd like to explore. A .999 silver coin like that. If people would buy them, why not make them? But that's a whole other conversation. No, these are silver plated, just like the copper ones were silver plated. Okay, they're not real silver.
And we do have somebody that is an expert or in that trade that.
Oh yeah.
That donated to the Jamie drawing. So maybe we could contact, maybe that's one of the grand prizes for the World Series of Fenn.
Oh, a .99 silver coin? Wow, that would be
Wouldn't
huge.
That be awesome? That would be awesome.
Well, let's not get carried away. That's a whole other discussion. But we'll get there. We can have that discussion. So
we'll get there. Okay.
So
yeah.
And
definitely.
the other thing, because I know people are going to ask, Forrest Fenn has given his permission and approval to do this. So I know people are going to email him and say, hey, wait a minute. But the other thing is for people who can't go boots on the ground to find one of the 50 coins that are going to be hidden, that have the sequence numbers on them. You just might not be able to either be able to figure out the clues on where it is, or maybe not have the time or money to go find one. This is a way where you can get that same silver coin, but without a sequence number in the mail if you buy 2 maps. So.
Yep. So I haven't even looked at my email. Do not email Mike or I. It's going to be based on the email we get tomorrow on the show, and it's going to be based on who gets the email first. Now, I will say, I'm going to give the one example. Are you okay with that, Mike, of the one eBay auction?
Yeah.
So there are a couple of very high desired maps that we know we only have one of. I will give the example, and we are going to put it up on eBay because too many people have asked, and I'll give you the example that we're going to put up tomorrow. Ojo Caliente. We have one map of
Everybody wants an Ojo Caliente map. We only have one.
So we've been trying to think about how was the best way that we could make it fair, and we think you can email it the quickest. We're thinking we need to put that one up on an eBay auction. There's a couple like that are in super popular areas. Now the cool part is there's a couple in super popular areas that we have 2. So if we have 2, we're going to put one on the spreadsheet, and whenever you send it in, you send it in. But if it's gone, then we'll have another one available, because I think some people, even though all of you lovely people, 35 are here, there's a lot of people that may not know about it. We're going to do some advertising over the next few weeks.
Yeah, not everybody watches our channels and knows about the maps at all.
So anyway, that will be, and again, we'll go into excruciating detail tomorrow. And I have about 30 questions that I've already received about. People are really excited. Not only about people are excited about the maps. I can only imagine that they're going to be really excited now.
There's a 2019 coin with when you order 2 maps. I mean, that's pretty huge. And there's only 200 of those coins for these maps. So
so that
when we run out, we run out. Yeah.
So I already have about 30 questions. I'll go over all of them tomorrow, and Mike's going to go over the whole eBay, how all that works, because I don't know anything about that.
What's kind of fun is during tomorrow's show, I'm going to start the eBay auction, and I'll give you guys the link, or you'll be able to see it. And it's going to run for 7 days. So next Monday, a week from tomorrow, we'll actually be able to watch the auction end live on YouTube. So that'll kind of be fun too.
And if you ever watch the end of the last 2 minutes of a eBay, oh my gosh, it goes and goes crazy. And again, it'll be our only Ojo Caliente.
And it'll give us interest. It'll give us a gauge on what the interest is for these maps and the coin as well. You would be the very first person, I guess, to own a silver coin if you win that eBay auction. Because I'm not going to send out any orders until the day the auction ends. So you won't be the only person to get one, but you'll be the first person, I guess. Well, that's true. Maybe you won't. It's not true, because you might. I'll probably send it out when I send everything else out. So.
Well, we already have one out, right?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So, as
in the mail, yeah.
Right. So we did get in touch with Rick McDonald, who designed that coin, and he does have one and a map of his choice as a as a, he kind of gave us the okay, the nod, and we said, okay, you deserve one because you designed this as well. So he will receive the first one. Maybe he'll have it. I don't think he'll have it by tomorrow, but maybe he can show
no, not by
on
tomorrow. And I'm sure he'll make a video and he'll show it.
Yeah,
that's what he does.
yeah.
So it's in the mail. It is in the mail. So you'll get it next week sometime. Do you have a map of Snore Canyon? Is that a real location, Paul, or are you making a joke?
I don't know which one. Did you get dinged? I don't know what does that mean?
I don't know. I heard a ding go off earlier, but I don't know what it was, so I don't know.
I didn't hear. Okay. You're probably getting emails, Mike.
No, I don't have any emails, so they email you usually.
No, everybody, no, email Mike.
Please tomorrow there'll be a brand new email, and that's where you can order the maps. And remember, the only way to get the coin is through the maps. So.
Yeah. So, I mean, that was all. I mean, we were going about 20 minutes. That's all we wanted to really just update everybody and say, hey, this is what we're going to talk about in detail. So some people said, are you also going to have a topic for tomorrow night? By the time we get through all this, I mean, it took 20 minutes to get this far. We still need Q&A. We still need to give out pricing. We still need, I mean, there's enough here that I think we can unpack that for a while. But I will say there was a question in the chat room last week that somebody said, would you please ask Forrest this? And I finally broke down. I said I wasn't going to ask Forrest questions, and I did. And Forrest, he gave me an answer, and I'll roll that out tomorrow.
What was the question?
The question was there a magnifying glass inside the treasure chest?
Oh, for his autobiography that's written so
read
small.
The autobiography.
So we'll have the answer on tomorrow's show?
We'll have the answer on tomorrow's show.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm trying to ignore the haters, and everybody wanted to know, and I thought it was a pretty innocent question. So, I didn't ask him where WWWH is, so hopefully the world doesn't explode tomorrow when I give that groundbreaking answer that's going to make this a foot race and everybody's getting on a plane tomorrow.
Guys, if you don't like what we're doing, don't watch. It's pretty much that simple. And don't email me either.
Or don't email me, because I just forwarded him to Mike and he goes, good Lord.
Yeah, so, I've seen some of the emails, people. There's some people with some problems out there, but I'm not going to go into that. So
I just wish they would do it like them, not like anonymous user to anyone.
Right.
Well, we won't go into that though, because we're only in the positive. Wait for my New Year's resolution. It's going to be awesome. So, okay. So Zozo Rocks is still looking for 999. Maybe that should be one of the shows up in the future, is like, if you have a coin, come to this show, and there might be a trade willing and that kind of thing, and people can put what question or what I don't know. I'm just throwing out ideas.
Yeah. So. Could be. I just know a lot of people that have the copper coins are holding on to them, because there are more than a few people who think that down the road the price of those are really going to go up. There's supposedly a pilot for a TV show or something that I heard something about. So as the Forrest Fenn thing gets bigger and bigger, they're holding on to their coins because they think then the value is really going to go up. But some people think when the treasure's found, then the value goes down. I don't know. It could go either way. We'll see. All you can do is wait and see, but they don't want to sell them right now is the point. So.
Right. But yeah. I do think that the people that know they want to hold on to it and they don't have a sentimental value to a particular number, there's some really odd numbers that people do have a sentimental value. And just because Copper Dan has put it out there, I'm going to throw it out. I think it's 617, and there's a particular reason Copper Dan wants that number. How can that be? It would be odd if that was super special to someone.
Right.
And so I know that like he has other coins he's willing to trade and stuff. So the cool part is, if you're just thinking I want to hold on to my one, just think you might be able to make a little something and do a trade or something else. So just know that there's some creative things that can be done. And I have some different coins, and if somebody had a sentimental value to one and wanted to switch with the net, I just think it'd be a cool way to get somebody there. Let's see. Yeah, a TV show where there's hey, I'll throw it out. Well,
no. What I'm talking about is there's a pilot. There's a show with. Yeah. If you just look up Forrest Fenn pilot in Google, you'll see what came up. Like Fox or one of these networks put out a thing saying a pilot is in development regarding the Forrest Fenn treasure, and that's all. I mean, we have no idea what it's going to be or when, but that's out there. At least somebody's thinking about doing it. So.
Well, and then there's other things that are in works that could be, that
you never
could change everything by next year.
You never know. Yeah, you just never know.
So, but I do think even if, there's a lot of debate right now. Are those coins going to be more valuable or less valuable if the treasure is found?
Right.
And so I don't know. It's all a gamble. Life is a gamble. But yeah, I think there's lots of things that are
Four
still
aces and a joker. Go ahead.
Well, and that's the thing. And Mike and I need to talk a little bit, because I think that we could make some unique advantages in the poker tournament that are unique to the Forrest Fenn hunt. Like, if you get a certain hand, you get a certain prize. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I don't know how that would work, but yeah, we'll find out. Yeah.
Yes. So anyway, that's I think that's all that we're giving up tonight. But so we'll have lots of detail. We will talk about the eBay auction. The eBay auction will go up, so you all know it's going to be Ojo Caliente. So in case that is your location, and if it goes for 75, fabulous, it goes for 75. If it goes for a little more, because there are a lot of people in the Ojo Caliente area, then it will. But again, there's going to be 10 like that. So there's 907 that are available, and there'll be 10 that we just want to fairly put them on eBay. But everything else is going to be available to y'all.
Then, just so you guys know, each one of those eBay auctions will have 2 maps, and there will be a silver coin with it. So that's an option,
Yeah. And some people had asked about state sets and all that. What we decided is we're going to do these 10 and just sell them individually. We might at the end do like a discount and group them or something for the ones. We don't expect 900. I don't expect anywhere near 917 to sell. We'll have a lot of ones. Yeah. So, and because there is some that are outside those search locations as well. So that's something to consider. But like, some are in Las Vegas. In Las Vegas, that's where Shiloh is. And that's where and Taos, and there's a few like that. So just consider all of that when we won't know until we want to see how the beginning of this plays out.
Yeah. We have no idea what the interest is. I mean, we know there's a couple people that have emailed that says, I want these, and these, and they're really excited, but we don't know who else is going to want them. The word has to get out basically first.
Yeah.
But we will share the list of locations live on tomorrow night's show. We will put out the email, and you can actually order your maps live on tomorrow night's show. As soon as I put up that email address, you can order them. You can email me and say, these are the ones I want, and order them. So yeah.
Okay. Well, happy post-Thanksgiving. Happy getting back to work Monday morning type of morning. It's almost here, back to work. So spend your Monday nights with us, because we are, and remember, we are going to be on Cowlazars channel from here on out. So several people thanked me over it's not going back
bouncing back and forth. It was confusing a lot of people, and
Yeah.
So one channel, one place, one time.
I'll probably put up a short video over on the Raven's Desk just to say, make sure to get over to Mike's channel. But it'll be posted on Thor. Maybe we'll try to get it to, all the Facebooks, and then we'll try to get it just to let everybody know about it. So, but tomorrow, you will see the laundry list. It'll be in alphabetical order. But know that your map may be not your particular, it might be named a little. So hopefully you know your general area well enough to know what the topo map.
Yeah.
So it was, all this is new. Like when Mike asked about provisional and photo revi, I'm like,
I don't know what that means either. Maybe somebody that knows about topo maps can tell us. But and then something else I thought of. I don't even know if I should talk about it, but you know how we found "try the wheel" in the poem, the secret message in the poem, that caused a lot of talk, which is good. But I thought, what if he was talking about a map? We're supposed to find a good map. What if "try the wheel" means somehow the good map is either got a wheel on it, or a wheel's in the name, or it's related to the good map we're supposed to find? It's just a thought. I don't know.
I think you are now getting in the boat of Decall and his 800-foot salamander.
The salamander.
You are never going to give up the wheel. I can tell. I mean, Forrest might come out and say it is not the wheel, and I think you're going to still like the wheel. I can tell but I actually really like the wheel, so I cannot. Okay, K-Pro, if someone finds a treasure chest, what will happen to the show? Do they have production halt insurance?
Hi, Michael.
So Paul, if they find the treasure chest, I don't know about the second part, the production halt insurance. But I think I know.
I don't think you halt the show. I think you incorporate the finding into the end of the show. I think it turns into a different show. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm thinking Paul might be talking about a different show. So I don't know. I think
who knows?
so. But I'll say for this show, if you look back behind Mike's right bright shoulder. He's not just a part of this one treasure hunt. And that's the cool part, I think, about his stuff is there's a ton of others. Yeah, there's a ton of others that we can start talking about. And maybe there's going to be some new hunts that might have not quite a Forrest Fenn prize purse, but something that would make it fun enough that we continue this going. But that's all stuff and work. We'll worry about that once
get through the maps.
Be found. Yeah, and we all have to wait till spring due to safety, or summer due to safety. So we have maps to get through, and then a few other things that eventually will work its way out.
Right now, it's maps and poker tournament. Those are the two things we're focused on, for the next month or two. So.
Well, and I feel really bad because I think most people know the maps are at Mike's place. Several people have asked me for pictures of certain ones and all that. And
yeah, I have them
all. You have to go to Mike. You have to, and Mike is the one. And if you remember the day after the coins, Mike is going to be doing a huge amount of heavy lifting.
When you guys order a particular map, I've got to go through them all and pull it out. And these maps are so heavy, you can't just slide it. I've got to move them all onto another table and get it out. But I'll do it. That's kind of what I do. The stuff I like to do. So.
Okay, all so right. Michael Hall, let's ask in 10 words. We're selling maps. There is a certificate of authenticity, a limited edition, even though it's coming with all of the orders, a copy of a limited edition Fenn
When
story.
you say limited edition, we're making copies of a story that Forrest Fenn put out. But everybody who orders a map will get one. So I guess maybe it's not really limited edition. Well,
it hasn't been given out to the masses. It's not on Dale's site.
Right.
That's what I mean by
to read it, you've got to order a map to get it, type thing.
And if you order two, Michael, you can get one of these non-sequential. There's no sequence number, but it is the 2019 coin silver for your very own.
For every 2 maps you order, you will get a coin. If you order 1 map, you do not get the coin. And we will give you the prices tomorrow, and we will tell you how to order tomorrow, 6 p.m. Pacific on this channel.
Oh my God, you guys are out of control. Okay, so that's basically, I think that was more than 10 words, but that was the 2 minute. That was the 2 minute.
Craig Carter's got it. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, listen to Craig, even though Craig said some crazy stuff last week about me buying people in and all that. But yeah, 10 words or less. K-cow. Okay.
All right, I think that's it, right?
Yeah, and you can play it back. I mean, Craig, Michael, it's only got 20 minutes. So that's it for tomorrow. And we're starting a new contest, and we'll talk a little bit more about the poker tournament, and we'll talk about Fenn words, shocking, huge Fenn words for next week or for tomorrow. So, but wait, that's not all. If you buy today for the same price, free with purchase. Yeah, that's all that. So. What is the name of the poker tournament in Vegas? It is the WSOF World Series of Fenn. Dun, dun, dun. So that is the name, and that was based on.
That's right, Craig. That's interesting. Order 400 maps and lock up all 200 coins. Well, that is a possibility, I guess, if somebody really won. Then you could do what you want with the coins. So
yeah, you would.
I never thought somebody would put that together, but it's true. We're not like making it limited. If you order 20 maps, you get 10 coins. So you guys do with that with what you want to. That's pretty funny, though, isn't it?
Yeah, that might just well. Okay.
Yeah, we'll see.
No. Yeah, let's see if you can get all those. You said all orders are going in one tube.
Yeah, well, that would be multiple tubes. That for sure.
Yeah, and remember, we'll do insurance, we'll do shipping, all of that. But like for the Michaels in the room, if you are outside the 48 states of the United States, we will do shipping, but it will be, we'll work with you on that because it is going to be more. So shipping is only free, kind of one package deal, but we want to make it easy on everybody. It's basically for 95% of searchers, it's going to be a set price. So.
All right, so we will have all the details, and you can actually order when we start the show tomorrow at 6 o'clock. So
yeah,
I think
Craig.
that's it.
And everyone think about what Craig said. Just order 400, and then this could be done.
Paul's thinking, like, maybe. All right, everybody.
Okay, well, have a good night, y'all, and hope you had a good Thanksgiving. And
we'll talk to you in 24 hours, a little less. All right, bye, everybody.